when you're doing your due diligence and your research,
Yeah.
how are you then going about pulling this data together? What are your data points and data sources?
Right. Okay. So I think in order to get access to a lot of those properties, like it's a lot of repetition, it's a lot of building up relationships. So like we were buying not like 90% over the last like 3, 4, 5 years in Brisbane, which now you probably noticed the Brisbane market's gone through that massive growth cycle, which it seemed like it would never come, but then it finally did. Now we're buying a lot in Perth. So like within, those two markets, especially, like I always first like to kind of lead by example and buy and test out a market before I'd ever recommend it to any client. So when I was buying in Brisbane for clients, like I've been investing in that property in that market for like, 4, 5, 6 years prior anyway. So I knew everything there was to know about it. I knew all the locations. A lot of the agents and the people that I negotiated properties from originally when I was building my own portfolio, like I bought 10 or 12 there in Brisbane before I even started helping others. Basically, it takes a lot of time, but if you can build up, relationships with real estate agents by first building their trust and actually buying a property through them. So you might not be able to get the best property in the world from day one. It might be the third or the fourth or the fifth where you've built up kind of, knowledge and relationship with 5 or 6 or 7 or 100 different real estate agents that you've literally called about maybe existing properties that they have maybe online, and then you kind of not interrogate them, but try to find out what other listings they've got coming available over the next week. And if you buy one or two, when I've started to buy one or two from them, then they really saw me as like a serious player, and they'd be like, I've got another one coming up. I've got another one coming up. And they would literally bring, so like 80, even 90% of the properties we probably like pick up to this day are usually not on Real Estate or Domain. But the first one or two, transactions, or even the first 1 or 2 years of doing that, you've got to literally be like everyone else and just literally, call every single listing that's online and try to get the background information of, is this property tenanted? Are they motivated? And if an agent says, look, they're not like, they want to get the highest price, they don't have a particular time frame in selling, well, then they're not going to be motivated enough to really do that deal. Whereas if like out of, let's say you call 20 or 30, which is a lot of work, of course, but if you call 20 or 30 and then maybe 1 or 2 of them are like, they need to sell literally within the next 45 days because of XYZ reason, then you've got a situation there that may play in your favor, and they don't have the time to wait for the tenant moves out, do a paint job, do the professional marketing, make it really present really well, they would literally get a higher price. So it's repetition, and you've got to literally do the hard yards and contact 20, 30, 40 agents just to hopefully get 1 or 2. Great to be here. Thank you so much again. I look forward to seeing you next time.